are so upsetting you're left feeling shaken to the core. On August 12th, hate showed up in Charlottesville, Virginia, but love also showed up in the form of Heather Heyer. She woke up that Saturday morning to stand up against hate, and she lost her life. While it left us speechless, Heather's mother, Susan, has found a way to empower us all. Take a look.
Remember in your heart, if you're not outraged, you're not paying attention. And I want you to pay attention, find what's wrong, don't ignore it, don't look the other way. You make a point to look at it and say to yourself, what can I do to make a difference? And that's how you're going to make my child's death worthwhile. I'd rather have my child, but by golly, if I got to give her up, we're going to make it count.
Please welcome Heather's mom, Susan Bro. Thank you for being here. You were so strong, and I know you're having moments of strength and moments of just going through what you're going through, but it's important, I know, for you to keep talking about this.
Hate tried to shut my child up, and she had a message. We agreed on that message, and I feel it's an important message. I'm not going to be silenced. I'm not going to let her be silenced. I'm a mom on a mission.
So we keep seeing the face of Heather, your daughter. I want to know, I know that she stood for truth. I know that she went out there to fight for what was right. What else do we know? I want to know more about her. Tell me about Heather.
Heather was an interesting mix of determination and tough as nails and tenderhearted. And she could keep a room in stitches. She could make everybody laugh. We can't tell a story about her without laughing amongst ourselves. But at the same time, she was adamant, she was tenacious, that people needed to be accountable for their actions. And she tried to make you be accountable to yourself. It was very important that things go right. I know that as a child, she sometimes would run her mouth to other people with her opinions. And early in middle school, she got into somebody's business a little too much, and the girl challenged her to a fight. And she knew that she was a teacher's kid, so she was going to be there after school. There was no getting out of this. Heather came to me crying. She said, "Mom, I'm a talker. I'm not a fighter." I said, "Well, you talked yourself into this. Go see if you can talk yourself out of it." And they later became hard and fast friends. So she learned that you have to think about your words. You have to mean what you say. You have to back up what you say.
Yeah, which is why she was there that day. The relationship you had was close, I know, right?
Yes, we were very close. Not as mother-daughter as teenagers, but once she became a woman and moved out, we became very good friends. And we'd send each other little, I think it's called pushing, the little fat cat emojis. We would do the I love yous and how's it going, send each other the balloons. Kissy face, good night, hope you had a good day, just that kind of stuff.
And you watched the show together, right?
We did. We loved to watch her show, but both of us worked long hours, so we would watch it online. And she was especially fond of the two little British girls. We would watch those over and over and over. We would dissolve into tears and have to back it up and play it again.
So the last conversation y'all had it's so strange, right?
It was prophetic. I'm glad I didn't know that at the time. I didn't even realize it until someone asked me, well, what were your messages to each other? And I looked back. The very last message was on August the 3rd. And we didn't talk all the time because we knew each other was there. But August the 3rd at 3:55 p.m., she texted me at work and she said, "What's your social? What year were you born?" And I said, "Well, I told her, and I said, "Why you need to know?" And she said, "Well, I'm filling out an insurance policy, and I want to make you the beneficiary." And I said, "Well, okay, but don't die. I'd rather have you than the money." And she said, "LOL, I'll try not to." That's the last thing I said to her. So I'm glad I was able to tell her that I love her, but I miss her dreadfully.
Yeah. Yeah. God, that's just so strange. It's amazing. I mean, there's no way when, I can't imagine what you're going through. And as I said, you have such an amazing strength and a take on this, even with the guy that was driving the car. I want you to talk about that.
Well, it's the most bizarre thing because, first off, Heather's message was always, let's be outraged. If you're not outraged, you're not paying attention. So a lot of people think that being outraged means that you have to be angry. And I guess outrage is anger, but anger doesn't have to go to hate and to violence. I should be crushed to powder. I've lost my child. I can't even begin to tell you how much love around the world has lifted me up, has carried me through this, carried my family through this. So often we're in times of grief that people come to us and they give us hugs. I mean, you guys have been awesome to us. So many people have been awesome to us. So in many ways, even though we've lost Heather, our lives have been enriched in so many ways. The young man whose choices, who thought hate was going to solve the world's problem, his choices killed my child. All I keep thinking is how sad for his mother. She's lost her son too. He's lost every chance he has in life. There's no life left for them now, and I don't know how they're ever going to find a peace with that. I at least can come to some peaceful resolution for my child. I don't know how they're ever going to find peace with that.
Wow, that's very compassionate of you. That's really big of you. We have to take a break, and we'll be back with Susan after this. That's amazing. We're back with Susan Bro, and I know you're committed to getting Heather's message out. What is Heather's message? What is your message?
Our message is pay attention to what's going on in the world around you. Good, bad, or indifferent. Don't look away. Don't look away from what's ugly or painful. Don't say it doesn't matter. Don't say it doesn't apply to me, therefore I don't have to get involved. Don't say I'm not good enough to get involved. Sometimes people try to make Heather out to be a saint. She was a normal 32-year-old girl, loved to party with her friends, worked too long of an hours, didn't take enough care of herself. But she made the right choice at the right time, and everyone is capable of doing that. That's our message. And there are more good people than bad people in the world. I'm thoroughly convinced. And if everyone will take that step, think what a marvelous place the world will be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, well, I know that I know you created a foundation in Heather's name, so we have been partnering with Shutterfly for years. They want to contribute $50,000 to your foundation.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Shutterfly.
Oh, thank you guys.
If you'd like to make a donation to Heather Heyer Foundation, go to our website. I want to thank Miley Cyrus, J.J. Watt. Special thanks to Walmart for that incredible donation. I'll see you tomorrow. Be kind to one another. Bye.